Good morning, you guys. It is Brandon, also known as Slythr, and it has been a very long time. A couple of reasons for that, and I feel like I owe you guys an update. Um, when I first kind of stopped recording, or the last video that went out, it was about a week into me not having a job. Whether it was like a 3-month contract or they just um, didn't like the process flows that I wanted to change, or um, I don't know what it was. I really don't. I can guess and stipulate, but for whatever reason, my manager decided that didn't want to keep me around. So I was informed of that decision on October 24th. It is now November 18th, so Friday. Last Monday, so the 13th, I was offered a position with another company, and it was just these 3 grueling weeks of, just sitting down 40 hours a week in front of the computer, making phone calls, going out to interviews, just working the grind. And I think it's super cool that I was able to find a new position within those 3 weeks. It's phenomenal. Granted, it's still contract work. It's not full time, but it's something, and it's gonna keep me more than afloat for a while. Don't fret about me. I had months saved up. So I was in no, tight spot, and Cindy's working now too. Not that I would want her to, have that burden, but yeah, just a lot of things have been on my plate. So that's the big update, and that's why these vlogs kind of fell through the gap, because I was focusing on trying to find employment. When I was relieved of that position, they gave me severance pay, as well as they paid out my PTO, or paid time off. So it was essentially an extra 3 weeks of cushion room, which worked out pretty well. That's the biggest update, and I probably should have planned out what else I was going to be saying. But that's why videos haven't been going out. This isn't going to affect the trip that I have in December with my family, and it's not going to affect me coming back out to Southern California in March. So that's still all happening to the best of my knowledge. Haven't got the tickets yet because I'm waiting for prices to, fluctuate and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of worked out because since Cindy has started the new job, I've been able to take her in the mornings, and then focus on the job search. And now I have to focus on cleaning up the apartment, as is evident. You guys only see like this small little window of it, but like it could use some love. So yeah, sorry if I made you guys worry, not putting out videos. I know you guys look forward to it, but I had a lot on my plate, and it was wrong of me, because I owe you guys that update, especially for following me as long as you have. Yeah. Side notes before I found out about their decision. I bought Witcher 3, so I actually am in the right mindset to be able to really start playing that now. And yeah, I have a couple of other things in the works, just kind of carry over from the job hunt. And there's still positions out there that are like a, maybe free market thing, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty solid in this. It's a similar sort of role, web design, and the commute is a little bit longer. The pay is, you know, around the same ballpark. But, you know, I feel good about it. It's a lot more stable. I even asked if there's opportunity for conversion to full-time, and that's something that they led me to believe was a strong possibility. So, yeah. Gosh, that's about it. I mean, when I got the job, we went out to celebrate in downtown Columbus. Cindy took me out and went to this. Well, initially we're going to go to this bar arcade called 16-Bit, and it's a bunch of like old school retro games. The only thing is that it's 21 plus, and in the city it doesn't quite hit that threshold. So we went right next door to this like 1960s cafe, and it was happy hour. So I had a gross amount of whiskey sours, like $2. So that was the thing. And then we chilled around there for like 3-4 hours. Took an Uber to a club, not quite our scene. So then we took an Uber to there's, oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. But you know, it's like a live music and bar sort of place. It was, I don't know if it was like an open mic night. It's a little bit larger than that. I think they planned this because they had some different bands from out of state. There were probably 4 or 5 different. It wasn't like a battle of the bands thing, but each of them had about a half hour to an hour set, and some of them were pretty cool. I got a couple of bits of EP paraphernalia. And then just last night we went out to Olive Garden because I still have my pasta pass that is valid for another week. So, you know, getting use out of that. Met up with Cindy's sister and we watched a movie last night, and I can't remember the name for the life of me. But the premise was really interesting. Where currency, it's not money, it's time. Everybody lives to the age of 25. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. It's with Justin Timberlake, and I can't remember it. Really good, though. I'd highly recommend it. If you like movies like Elysium or Her, it's kind of a mix of both, a dystopian future. I'm still waking up, as is perfectly evident. So I'm going to cut it here. If you guys have questions for me, if there's things I didn't address, you know, like I said, don't be worried, because I'm in a solid spot now, and I start work on the 28th, so I have like a good week and a half to just kind of like chill and get the place all organized and get back into schedule. You know, obviously gym has gone by the wayside, and yeah, just getting back to that stability. But thanks you guys for watching. Take care. Have a good one.